Your life changes the day you realize your mom doesn't really belong to you. You're 6 years old, standing outside your elementary school with one hand wrapped around her fingers and the other gripping a backpack that feels too heavy for your shoulders. You want to show her the picture you drew yesterday. It's folded neatly inside your folder. You drew the two of you holding hands. The teacher said you could bring it home. Then a black SUV stops at the curb. The back door opens. A woman jumps out with a camera. Another one follows. Someone calls your mom's name. People you've never seen before suddenly appear from nowhere. A teenage girl asks for an autograph. A man in a business suit asks if she has time for one picture. Your mom smiles. She signs. She laughs. The cameras flash so quickly that you start blinking. She looks down at you. Just 5 more minutes. You nod. The school bell rings. She waves. You walk inside alone. You don't know it yet, but you'll spend the rest of your life arriving early. Early for flights. Early for meetings. Early for birthdays. People will tell you that you're obsessed with punctuality. You'll laugh and shrug. You'll never explain that you're just terrified somebody you love will look for you and realize you aren't there. At lunch, everyone knows who your mom is. Kids crowd around your table. Have you met movie stars? Is your house huge? Can your mom sign my notebook? You answer every question. At 6 years old, having a celebrity mom feels like winning the lottery. The house is enormous. There's a swimming pool in the backyard, a theater room bigger than your classroom. You have toys you don't even remember asking for. Every birthday looks like something from television. People tell you how lucky you are. You believe them. At first, then the house starts changing. The kitchen fills with strangers, stylists, managers, photographers, assistants carrying garment bags. The dining table disappears under makeup cases and laptops. One morning you wake up early because you want to surprise your mom. You pour cereal into 2 bowls. You carry them carefully into the kitchen. She's sitting in front of a mirror while someone sprays her hair. Another person is choosing earrings. Her manager is reading tomorrow's schedule. She sees you and smiles. Sweetie, just 5 more minutes. You sit at the table. You wait. The cereal gets soft. Eventually you eat alone. Years later, your wife will laugh because you never let food sit on the table. You always eat immediately. Coffee, dinner, dessert. She'll tell people you're impatient. You won't tell her that somewhere inside you, a little boy is still waiting for someone to sit down with him before the milk goes soggy. School changes too. The first week, everyone wants to be your friend. By the second week, you realize they don't actually want to know you. They want stories. They want backstage passes. They want to know if famous people come over for dinner. One girl asks if she can come to your birthday party. You ask why. She shrugs. Maybe your mom will be there. You don't know why, but that answer hurts. Your 7th birthday arrives. The house is covered with balloons. There's a giant cake. Your friends fill the backyard. Your mom promised she'd be home before everyone arrived. You keep checking the front gate. People sing happy birthday. Your dad lights the candles. Just as you blow them out, the front door opens. Your mom rushes inside. She's still wearing makeup from an interview. A photographer follows behind her. He looks disappointed. I missed it, he says. Can he light the candles again? Nobody says anything. Your dad lights them again. Everybody sings again. You smile for the picture. Years later, people will ask why you don't celebrate your birthday. You always tell them you don't like attention. The truth is simpler. You never knew whether people came to celebrate you or the moment. By middle school, you stopped telling people who your mother is. You enjoy the first few days. Nobody knows. You're just another kid. Then somebody finds out. Maybe they see a magazine. Maybe their parents tell them. Maybe they find an interview online. It always happens. One afternoon, you're riding the school bus. A boy sits next to you. He's been there almost every day for 6 months. He's never really spoken to you. He taps your shoulder. He holds out his phone. Can your mom sign this? That's the first full sentence he's ever said to you. You look out the window the rest of the ride. Years later, whenever someone is unusually nice to you, a tiny part of your brain wonders what they really want. Home doesn't feel much better. Sometimes your mom is physically there, but she never really seems present. Her phone buzzes constantly. Her assistant follows her everywhere. She starts saying good morning to makeup artists before she says it to you. One afternoon you come home from school. The backyard is full of lights. Your mom is filming something. A producer asks you to wait inside because a camera might catch you. You stand at the kitchen window. You watch strangers laugh with your mother while you eat a sandwich by yourself. You start wondering if everyone else gets the better version of her. High school makes everything worse. People stop asking for autographs. Now they want connections. Can she help me become an actor? Can she introduce me to somebody? Can I come to one of her parties? You start using your dad's last name whenever you can. One day you meet a girl. She's funny. She likes old movies. She laughs at your terrible jokes. For the first time, you think somebody might actually like you. Then one afternoon she asks, "Do you think I'd ever get to meet your mom?" You ask why. She shrugs. "I don't know. She's famous." You smile. You tell her maybe someday. You break up a week later. Not because she asked, because you spent the whole night hoping she wouldn't. After that, you stop telling people important things about yourself. You always give them the version that can't disappoint you. Then, one summer, something changes. Your mom clears her schedule. No interviews. No cameras. No assistants. Just one weekend. The two of you drive to the beach. You eat terrible ice cream. You play old arcade games. You build a sandcastle that collapses before you finish. She buys matching black sunglasses. You wear them the entire day. You laugh more than you have in years. For one perfect afternoon, she's just mom. You think maybe things are finally getting better. 3 days later, pictures from the beach are everywhere. Headlines, articles, millions of likes. You ask her where they came from. She looks away. She says her assistant followed from a distance. You don't yell. You don't cry. You walk into your room. You take off the sunglasses. You put them in a drawer. You never wear them again. College becomes your escape. You move across the country. You introduce yourself using your father's last name. Nobody knows. For the first time, you get to decide who you are. You make friends. Real friends. You almost tell them once. Then you don't. Years pass. You build a quiet life. A boring apartment. A boring job. A boring routine. You secretly love all of it. Then one day you go home without telling anyone. The assistant opens the door. The house feels strangely quiet. No lights. No crew. No photographers. You walk into the living room. Your mom is asleep on the couch. The television is still on. Her phone is in her hand. The old black sunglasses are sitting on the coffee table. For the first time in your life, she doesn't look famous. She looks tired. Smaller somehow. Older. Her phone lights up. Hundreds of notifications. Messages. Invitations. Requests. Then you notice something else. A reminder. It repeats every year. Pick him up from school. 3 p.m. You stare at the screen. You don't know why she kept it. Maybe she forgot to delete it. Maybe she couldn't. Or maybe some tiny part of her was still trying to make it on time. She wakes up. She sees you. For 1 second, she almost looks scared, like she thinks you're leaving again. You sit beside her. Neither of you says much. Eventually, she whispers, "I'm sorry." You think about the school gate, the soggy cereal, the birthday candles, the bus ride, the beach, the sunglasses, the waiting. You realize something. The world didn't steal your mother. It borrowed someone who never learned how to stop performing. You forgive her, not because she owned it, because carrying the anger has become too heavy. Years later, after she's gone, you're cleaning out old boxes. You find an old camera. Inside are hundreds of videos. You sleeping in the car. You building sandcastles. You eating cereal. You laughing at the beach. Nobody else was there. Nobody ever saw them. She wasn't making content. She was trying to hold on to moments she was afraid she was missing. You sit on the floor and cry harder than you did at the funeral. You never post your own children online after that. People think you're private. You know you're protecting something. Time passes. You have a daughter now. She's 8 years old. School ends at 3. You pull into the parking lot at 2:15. The teachers know you by name. You're always first. Your daughter climbs into the passenger seat. She rolls her eyes. "Dad, we're early again." You smile. I know. She looks out the window. Why do we always come so early? You look toward the school doors. Children are running into their parents' arms. For 1 second, you're 6 years old again, standing outside, watching your mother disappear into a crowd, waiting. You reach across the console. You squeeze your daughter's hand. You tell her, I just never want you to think I forgot you. She smiles. She doesn't understand. She doesn't have to. You start the car. As you drive away, she asks if you can stop for ice cream. You say yes. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. You don't even look at it. You pull into the parking lot. The two of you sit outside eating melting cones while the afternoon sun starts to disappear. For a moment, you think about the old black sunglasses sitting in a box in your closet. You think about all the years you spent believing your mother chose fame over you. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she was just another scared person trying to be loved by a world that never knew when to stop asking for more. Your daughter reaches over and takes your hand. You sit there until the ice cream melts. You don't rush her. You don't check your phone. You don't tell her 5 more minutes. Because some promises take an entire lifetime to keep.